Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. Pay no attention to my dog scratching in the background because he has the best time ever.
And
but welcome back.
And I'm that guy, Joe.
Like we've been sitting here for how long? I went 10, 15 minutes. Nothing. The second I hit the button. God, I love him to death. Anyway, welcome back, Justin. Hopefully you didn't, hopefully you went to bed early and you didn't watch Smackdown last night.
No, I went to bed, got up, did a DDPY yoga workout, kind of sped through it on the DVR, and
by the way, that was the best thing I ever recommended to you ever, by the way, was our friend DDP.
That is on point.
Fine yoga. Anyways, selfless plug for myself. I am nice every once in a while. Once in a blue moon. Anyway.
So, some good, some bad, some rehash, some I don't know. Where to begin?
Not even. It started off like we got dumb before that even happened.
Oh yeah, true.
There we are. Michael Cole. I'm pretty close. I'm gonna paraphrase because it just hurts my head. Former NXT superstar Pat McAfee joins us on commentary. Former NXT superstar. I mean, he had two.
Here's my Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Is it like really?
Former NXT superstar. Can't they? You know what? Roman on the mic was great. He did his thing. He was good. Former NXT superstar Pat McAfee. You know what? Punter of the millennium. Yeah, Pat McAfee. Whatever decade, whatever the hell he was. He deserved that. Former NXT superstar.
Yeah.
No, that's I'm sorry.
More like can't sit down and actually commentate. I was not feeling any of that. It sounded like in the beginning that somebody was in his ear telling him what to do, and then all of a sudden the last hour he was just kind of himself, which still did no justice because some of the things that came out of his mouth, I'm just like, I'd rather hear Brian Saxton.
Hey,
hear Brian Saxton.
No, hey, and don't you go and insult Daniel Bryan by calling Byron Saxton Brian Saxton. What that is offensive to all people.
Brian
with any Brian, that is offensive to Daniel Bryan.
You know what I meant.
Wherever he is right now, hanging out with his kids, eating some nuts and stuff. I don't know, but that is offensive to all people named Brian to even throw Saxton into that. That's mean. That's offensive. Everything else everyone's complaining about this year. Byron does not rate, but at least he's back on Raw with Graves. So now I could just hear every time he opens his mouth, he'll just be told to shut up. And that's normally what I'm saying when I'm listening to him. So, and Joe wasn't that mean to him.
No.
Joe, he wasn't nice, but it wasn't like the second he starts breathing, shut up, Saxton. Because that's my basic.
He said it in a professional way.
Yeah, Joe was,
Graves, no filler, just shut up.
Shut up, Saxton. Yes, I feel you. But all that being said, yeah, we can move into Roman and Jay and all them. I thought, Roman for the whole night. He played his part well.
Oh yeah,
he did.
The spots that they had throughout the whole night seemed to get everybody still angry, and it's starting to kind of grow on me why they chose Reigns to retain. It's just a really hateful, painful kind of growing. I think it's gonna pay dividends hopefully by the end of the year.
It was necessary.
Go with it.
It was necessary.
Yeah.
Everyone might not have wanted it, but then everyone's sitting there this week going, damn it.
Damn it, Vince was right.
We're not yet. Finally, finally, after the year plus we have had, Vince finally got one right. Well, yeah, man.
Much as we didn't want it.
I mean, I was like, I wanted him to, but again, like we said, he just happens to win the Rumble 10 years to the day, and he just happens to be in the main event again to the day at WrestleMania, like where he, had to retire. Like it's Vince. No one's allowed to have that happy of a story when they're facing Roman at WrestleMania.
Taking consideration, Edge was in the same scenario when he won the Rumble the first time around and still didn't win the main event. So
he's not allowed to. He's not allowed to win the championship after winning the Royal Rumble. But he did put on 2 hell of a good matches after winning said Rumble. So I mean,
yeah, I mean, I gotta give it to all 3 of them. They did an awesome job. Edge really told this story, as we said before, especially talking smack right before Mania. And I think Edge, I think Edge would want to have another title run. Yes, maybe no. I think Edge is more wanting to bring back the storytelling, the build up, the character development, not just himself, but who he's doing a program.
Everyone around him.
Past I want one last title run. Yeah. I think he's past that. Would we love to see the world title? Would we love to see Big Goldie back? Of course. But I don't think it fits the bill. Because when Edge wins the title, if he does win the title, who does he drop it to? He could drop it to many and still look good and make that torchbearer. He being the torchbearer, the one that takes the torch and runs with it. I think it would be a good program. But right now, Reigns is the guy. Reigns is what. Yeah. And there's really no other good heels. I mean, you got Rollins, but I mean, you don't have everybody wants to watch to see him get his butt kicked kind of heel. And
I mean, they do have Seth. I mean, who do you pick out of SmackDown? Who do you want to see just get shut up? Well, Rollins, yes, because of the match. Our friend Jey Uso, I'd like to see him get shut up just because the guy can't talk. They give him 9 words a night and he still can't do it. And he's with Paul Heyman. What was ECW known for? They had really, really good promos.
Knocking Jey, what him and Cesaro did on SmackDown was good. Obviously,
that dude can't talk.
Kind of, shut the match down. But I mean, they can put on a good match for what it was worth, for how short it was. I mean,
and I got to see him shut up.
He
can't Jey Uso should never be anywhere near a microphone. They can go and do their little chant thing and dance around before the ring. When we say "oos," you say "oh." Go back and doing that. Why? Because it was the same thing over and over again. It was not a full sentence, and he yet again couldn't do it. And if we're going to be on Jey Uso, he's talented in the ring. There's no denying that. His role in this whole thing in the ring is great. But I'd like to know what he did to piss people off so bad that they're continuing to. I mean, I know it just happened, but the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yeah. Please enlighten me what the hell that has ever gotten anybody. It has to be a rib. Here, you can't talk, so we're going to go and just keep reminding people that, you won the most pointless anything ever.
Yeah.
Ever. What has anyone ever gotten from it? Hell, look at Corbin. He won it. He didn't even make the damn card this year. Matt Hardy, God.
I mean, Corbin won King of the Ring.
Ooh, yeah, he got that. What has that gotten him?
Well, that's another at this point pointless idea. I mean, I remember when In the Ring made people. I mean, at first one comes to mind, Stone Cold, when Austin 316 was born, and it took off from there.
Just saying.
I mean, there's a couple others you could probably think of. Triple H when he won after the whole,
that's not funny though. It was
He,
supposed to
oh,
be his year. They can't punish Sean for doing the curtain call thing. So all the heat. It's like, yeah, remember it was going to be your year? Yeah, no, sorry, guy. But you're going to go lose to Al Snow. But you just went from here. No offense to Al Snow, he was great in the ring. That's why they had him. Like,
or going to get thrown in a pig pen
yeah,
match.
like I'm saying, like you're
Yeah.
losing to Al Snow, and like what you're going from like here just through the disc. Like you're just goodbye. Good what you're gonna win. Like, yeah, then they did this thing, and then you got to sit there and go, look at Stone Cold. Speaking of that, King of the Ring, look how good it worked out for the other guy. I mean, it worked out good for Triple H in the end, but
Oh, I mean,
but like King of the Ring, at least, I mean, Corbin, look at his character since then. I thought he's done a great job with the character.
oh yeah.
But I mean, like, at least that got him something. I mean,
Yeah,
what the hell does winning the Memorial Battle Royal get you?
Or and after the whole, the Lone Wolf. I've always liked Corbin.
I don't know. I didn't
I liked him more in NXT though. I mean, a lot of the superstars are coming from NXT kind of like more than when they hit the.
I like him now more than I did in NXT, but again, he was in NXT for so short of a time, really. I mean, and he just had squash matches like 99% of the time he got in the ring, end of days, and he'd walk away. I mean, granted, I love those characters, but
yeah,
like, can you make him do something?
Doesn't last long on the main roster though.
I mean, unless you're, I mean, hell, I can't even say that because it hasn't lasted long with Brock Lesnar either. I mean, like,
yeah,
look at him since he's come back. He actually can suddenly take bumps. Last couple of years there, he was actually doing a really good job at making even Ricochet look really, really good.
Yeah.
Granted, if he doesn't like you, I mean, like, or you're going too fast and you actually hit him with one of those shots like Strowman, he's just going to ragdoll you and
yeah,
pummel you. And I'm like,
put you in your place.
yeah, it's gonna like, no, really, what? I can't kill you. Like, okay, got it. Sorry, my bad. My bad, guy. Damn. But yeah, like minus that, it was a good night, I think, for Roman Heyman. Jay looked good in the ring. We just shouldn't let him talk. And if, as you brought up, Rollins crashing the match, I mean, that's what I wanted. I mean, at least that's what we talked about last night. We didn't do anything like this, but what did I tell you? Hopefully they drag that out a little bit longer because the fire that Roman's on right now.
Yeah, you don't want.
They're not gonna beat Roman at some stupid like SummerSlam. I could see him putting someone over, and building something just for something like for Mania, Survivor Series, just something to do that. Right now, WrestleMania Backlash. Roman's going in there and he's killing whoever it is. So there comes Seth. Boom. On cue. At least they gave me something I wanted because now those two can keep going.
Oh, yeah.
And let people just get mauled for a couple months and keep building Cesaro. So, like the momentum, which I still don't get though, a few weeks ago when he got stomped Cesaro by Rollins twice. He's trying to kill all of Cesaro's momentum. That's what he's doing. Like, it's like, hey, Graves and Cole, did you watch the Elimination Chamber when they put Cesaro out first? Like, he was eliminated immediately. Guess what? All of his momentum died. Like, the 2 curb stomps, that wasn't trying to kill his momentum. What they did to him a week before that in the Elimination Chamber, that killed anything he had going when he got beat in 6 seconds, it seemed. I mean, I think Kofi was actually in that match against Brock Lesnar longer than Cesaro was in the chamber. Or maybe Bryan lost his title to Sheamus. Like he was in that match, like longer than Cesaro was in the chamber. I mean, he turned around, he kissed AJ, turned back around, got kicked in the face, lost. It was like 13 seconds because they waited for them. He turned, broke, done. Like, yay, he took Sheamus and Bryan and gave them a 4-second WrestleMania match. Granted, it was outside, I think. If I remember correctly, it was outdoors. And Sheamus, the sun's still up. Got to get his pasty rear end back away from the sunlight because that can be detrimental.
Yes.
But it builds up everything. Like, I'm happy with it. Hopefully they keep the momentum going.
Yeah, it was just like that first initial, like, really, Rollins running in, and then when you're like us, we get the shock value. Then we're like, wait a minute,
I mean,
not like years ago when I was
ah,
looking at the bigger picture or looking at this aspect, just throwing something across the room and going, what the, now it's like, okay, now I kind of
yeah, it's that.
where it's going.
It's that older, mature thing. Like, now you sit there and you still want to have that same exact. You kidding me? Now it's just like you're having the same exact reaction, like the same words, except you just sit there looking at it, going,
But Vince is doing his job when you got guys like us and other fans out there that are do stuff like this and still get that normal fan reaction, and then we sit back and then we go, huh. So it's it's still, you're still doing your job, you're still giving us that shock value, even though sometimes we think we should expect it and then something else different happens and we still get that fan feeling.
Hey, one thing I've learned in WWE in the last however many years it's been, I lost count. No, really, I guess you can't say expect the unexpected, because I wouldn't even watch Raw or SmackDown. I'd just watch the pay-per-view and go, okay, this is going to happen. I'd watch the pre-show and go, he's going to win. He's going to win. He's going to win. It's like Oprah. You get a car and you get a card, like that. And my former, brother-in-law Drew would be like, you got to give him some credit. Like, why? Like, I haven't watched it. They've been doing a 5-week build up to this. I didn't watch any of it. I just watched 2-minute clip on the pre-show. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad. Like, at least now we got like the new Thunderdome, which I think looks better.
Yeah, that definitely looks a lot better.
And I mean, they had a lot more time to think about it this time, but and Seth running out there, at least it was all like, I mean, I wanted it. So, I mean, unlike you, I was like, they better not bury Cesaro already. Why? There's no point.
Yeah.
I don't know who Roman's going to face then. That's a good question. He did look like he was moving there's a slight gingerness to his, not a soulless redhead type gingerness, but he was looking like he was moving a little gingerly when he was going out to the ring there and moving that title. He seemed to be moving that thing a little slower to get it up onto his shoulder than usual. So at least I know. See, that's what happens when people start swinging steel chairs at you in front of people for the first time in over a year.
Yeah.
Guess what? You got hit just a little bit harder than you did. I mean, you came out 10 seconds later against Kevin after the Rumble, and he put him through everything. Walking around, everything's perfectly fine. 4 or 5 days after Mania, he's had a little bit of like me trying to get up in the morning in him. Like, look at him. Yeah, he's like Jesse.
I feel like the continued angles from when they come out now, especially when Roman Reigns and Heyman and all came out the first time there, and I like it. I don't know, like, it just looks more like I wouldn't say like more high def, but more.
Yeah, no, it really does.
Yeah, I mean the angles.
It looks like they got I don't know what camera they got up in his Kool-Aid, but that certainly doesn't look like the same camera they're putting up in everyone else's damn Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And it's been that way since he came back. You're like, why does he look so much?
That's been since the Rumble, though. They really started using it on the Rumble.
He's looked better.
Yeah.
Like his angles, but yes, in the last couple of months, but you looked at there, like, what?
And I'm wondering if they're toying with that because of 2K22 coming out here, and maybe they're using that as a, I mean, I hope they continue to use it regardless, but I mean, trying to improve,
it better not suck.
Fire that was 2K20, but
it better not suck.
I know. I'm telling
you. I haven't played one since 17, but the garbage I heard about 20 and all the glitches I saw on 20, and then the fact they did, like, well, screw it, we're putting out Battlegrounds. Like, wow, it went so well that you guys just said, we're putting out this one now. You guys just did all that money and that big of a deal to go back, get 2K and all that. And you're doing 2K Battlegrounds? Like, you guys had that much fun with it.
I like Battleground. My youngest likes Battleground. It's a nice family fun thing to do. I'm hoping 2K22. The biggest thing is the glitching. Another big thing for me, not to go off too much on this, but the controls. The controls are so meticulous. Like I played 2K15 was the last one, and I went through the tutorial. I think I did a couple matches, and I'm like, I'm done. Like what happened to the THQ days when one button was tie up and then you hit the joystick up, down, left, or right, and boom, there's a move. No, you got to hit this to tie up, this to change the grapple, and then this to actually do the move you could have done 3 prompts ago. Like that it blows my mind.
Now I'm super happy that I haven't played one since 17. I vaguely remember even playing 17. I'm pretty sure it was like used $5.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They kept the servers on for 19 because it was just 2K20 was just so. I mean, they even offered refunds. Like,
yeah, like it was.
Yeah,
I saw like the beautiful Charlotte Flair. Like there was some kind of like horrifically weird like glitch there. I mean, like I'm so happy I didn't spend money on it. I didn't pay it. I played it. I didn't look at it.
When it's gone on PlayStation Network on sale for the deluxe edition for like, I don't know, $20. Like I think I've seen it on sale like 4 or 5 times in the last year. You know, they're desperate.
Like, please God, give us something for it.
Yeah.
Why? Because it sucked.
Wouldn't even it were free.
Like I had no interest in it, and then I saw the glitches, and I just got to sit back because you were sharing all kinds of stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I would just laugh. Like, damn, what you guys are like, you guys are on like NASCAR game level here, but you guys are all sorts of glitched and screwed. Like, damn, what? And this is like 2K sports. Look at all the stuff they put out all those years, NBA, like all these. And this, like, this is what you guys came. Like, I can code that.
A 6-year-old could probably do better.
Quite possible. Quite possible. And probably would have, hey, and they wouldn't be selling it for $20 just trying to make anything right now at his going rate. So it would have saved them millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Millions of dollars. There
boy.
There are some primetime players. I'm not bouncing. I can't do it. I can't move my neck today, but at least Titus got to be dressed like a pirate at Mania. So
that's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I believe. We didn't believe, so now he had to believe.
Good play on words. I like it.
I totally stole that from a meme. I saw that and I actually laughed. Like through all the misery, I was like, oh, that's a good one. That poor soul. Oh, think what they could have done with 2 fiends, though.
So, Sonya, what's going on with this thing? What are they trying to? I want to make this quick. Like, I don't know. She's some kind of ambassador to Roman Reigns, or
oh, she's been doing stuff with on both shows though. With Adam Pearce sporting his glasses now.
Yeah,
looking like an old man.
I guess she's Adam Pearce's right hand woman, or
I have no problem with it though.
I'm just not getting it. Like it's kind of like unless they're going to further pursue some kind of program with maybe another wrestler. If it's just kind of okay, we have nothing for you, but here you go.
Hey, we have nothing for you, but here you go. That is working out way better than most things that they just
Well, she's still making money than you and I. So
and remember, Braun Strowman was once a rosebud with Adam Rose in a tutu.
Fact.
Like, here you go. What? Ready? Go. Like, I'm okay with seeing her walking around in her suit. Yeah. Being there on TV doing that. What I've seen them do a lot worse things to people.
Yeah.
Like Braun Strowman in a tutu with like polka dotted, I think they were like bee wings or rainbow fairy wings or something on his back carrying Adam Rose. Like I'll take Sonya doing that any day of the week. I mean, she was on a roll with Mandy until like there was that whole soccer thing and all that happened in like real life.
Yeah, but like, what do you do then? It's like said and over with. I mean, not saying
like
it could
as
have been
far
a
as we know.
further program. I mean,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I mean, she was looking great in the ring. I mean, she was actually like she pulled crazy off, really,
oh
really good.
yeah, yeah,
And then, well, again, stalker thing and court stuff happened, and well, she had to go away. And I mean, it
yeah,
wasn't any of anyone's doing. I mean, it definitely wasn't any of her doing that happened to her. I mean, but you don't got to buck up and hide them. It's okay. My screen just flashed blue. That was cool. That was gangster. Didn't see that coming, but I do. I like it. I mean, it gives her something to do, and
yeah.
I mean, again, it could be a lot worse for her. And sooner or later, I'm sure, whenever like all of her like litigations and all that stuff's like done, I'm sure they'll turn it into something. I mean, they have to turn it into something.
Yeah,
And she couldn't talk on the microphone. I mean, we know what she'd be doing right now. She'd be back at catering,
true.
where Biggie told, Apollo to go. And look at him now.
Yeah,
Intercontinental champion, bad,
yeah,
bad accent.
yeah.
Whatever.
It needs to drop the accent. Just no. He,
Yeah,
he he can be a good heel. He's got his little what's his name?
Aziz or whatever he called him.
Yeah, yeah, whatever that guy is with the spear and
ZZ, I don't know.
the Marine Corps, alphas that aren't even in regs, but that's okay. It's okay.
Hey, you never know. That could be some kind of Nigerian like outfit that they just like that they just stole from us. Because I mean, what looks better? Even us in our alphas, kill it.
That's right.
Pickle suit away. I don't care.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, yeah, drop and do what you're doing, but just don't know. But there's no turning back now. He can't just go talk regular now because they're gonna go. No.
Like, thanks for listening. But
Yeah.
But that's how you know how many people were telling Vince.
No. Ugh. Ixnay on the
accent, and then we'll all be going. I just can't wait for the day when like it'll be like Kofi. Like, wait a minute, aren't you Nigerian? When he comes back with his normal voice, like Kofi, wait, aren't you Jamaican? Like when we have that great moment with DX. We're gonna have one of those, and I'm looking forward to that. It won't be nearly as funny. Hell, you never know. It could be on like Raw 1 million or whatever, and DX will be sitting there doing their thing because no one ever gets rid of DX. You can't get enough of DX.
One will be in a wheelchair, one on a walker.
And then there will come like Apollo talking normal. Like, wait a minute, aren't you Nigerian? Because he'll be talking normal again. Well, yay, and they'll try to do it. And it won't be nearly as funny, but he's screwed now. Like, they could have had him like try it for like 5 seconds talking about his ancestors and just dropped it. But now we're so many weeks in, like,
yeah, it's just nope, no more going.
I hated it the whole time.
Back on that one.
I thought it stunk. I mean, it's the first time they actually gave him anything to work with this whole time, including NXT. So I'm okay with that. But why the accent? Like, did we have to go? Like, we didn't have to go there. Like you could have done everything the same.
Yeah.
And have Aziz or ZZ or whatever the hell that guy's name is. I don't know. He was Dabba-Kato in Raw Underground. Now suddenly he's some big crazy Nigerian mother.
With the spear.
Like finally someone makes that, does that thing, due diligence. I mean, he finally makes it look right and looked all tiny next to Apollo. Now that guy, like, there's a guy that thing is fit for. What, like 18 feet tall, crazy hair, uglier than me.
Beats looking at Apollo like he's going to pole vault in the Olympics or something.
Hey, he could. He's got the talent. He does have that. But if they drop the accent, and I think they're going to hold on for a while until
they figure out somewhere where people would forget it.
Yeah, and I just want Big E, or just something, like have someone come back, have Big E come out. Like, who knows? We might not even see Big E for a while. Like, I thought we would see him.
I did too, but I think they made the right decision.
I mean, they did. They're going to build it up for.
Yeah, maybe another week or two. Maybe give Apollo, some kind of legitimate competition to keep him building until
SummerSlam or something.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a while before we see them come back, but they're going to go to blows for something big. And as it's SummerSlam, you never know. Maybe they'll do that somewhere in Florida in front of people again.
Yeah.
I can't believe that after like they haven't built their own like building at this point. All right, it's Vince McMahon. You know, you just got all that money from like
Yeah.
Fox. Build your own Thunderdome, brother.
Yeah, or you could have, or just at stadium in general, somewhere where there's not a lot of, regulations. There's got to be.
Like
Yeah.
At this point. I mean, years ago they were talking about trying to build their own thing so they could just do Raw from there all the time, way back in the day. This is a perfect opportunity to have that because it's no matter what anyone says, we're not going back to normal anytime soon.
Yeah,
Ever.
I hope someday we get the live tours again. I would love to take my kids to see an event or something.
I haven't seen one since 2009.
I haven't seen one since 2002.
What the hell is your excuse? Damn. How have I beat you? Me. I don't leave my house.
But I was in WWE Magazine, though.
Fun fact. I went on for some reason. I don't even know why I did it, why I was on the Marine Corps website. I really have no idea. But I was in the picture that was on the header of the website at one point.
There you go.
But me, of all people, I'm in the header on the Marine Corps website. Me.
Should have screenshot that.
Oh, I have it somewhere. I think it's on my other phone. I do it no.
Nice.
Why am I? Excuse me. What? Me? What? I am nowhere. I was nowhere near the poster child for the Marine Corps. But how the hell did I work that out? I have no idea. You were in it too, though. I mean, if it helps, they couldn't see that I was in the picture. We couldn't see that you were in the picture, but we were in the picture. It was when they came and saw us in Ramadi.
Oh, nice.
I clicked on there. Well, I was there. Right there. Right there. Everyone's like, how do you know what I was right there? Mm-hmm. I wasn't one of those people right by him when I was in the back. I was right there. Yeah. But you were there too. We were all there. We all got to see what is the Commodore or is it the Sergeant Major? I don't remember which one was, but someone came and saw us and told us all kinds of nice words and then went on their way. And we went back to the slave on the grind. But I was there, so haha. I was on the Marine Corps thing. I wasn't in WWE, magazine. No, that's kind of cool. That's a life goal. I'll never make it because I don't even think they make the magazine anymore. But
no,
you never know. One day, I mean, maybe I'll have my own ice cream bar. I don't know.
July 2007 issue with the Hardy Boys on the front. If anyone's wondering, that up sometime and give it a go share.
I can look that up. See, at least I didn't know. I've seen it. I don't remember what I'm doing half the time, let alone, that, but that's still pretty cool. So you need to get back. I almost went to Mania. If I had anyone here, if I had anyone that was here that could have got me to Tampa, I had the money. I don't care if I got to sleep in a car. I am going. And then I would have got rained on and pissed off, and I would have had to sit there all of night too going,
why?
I spent $250 on this. Think of the money I would have wasted on alcohol just to make it go away, just to make it palatable. But
just Hager in a van down by the river at that point.
I'm sure a lot of people were at that point.
Yeah.
But anyway, back on point.
Let's see here. What do we have?
Ray stealing one against Otis.
Yeah. That was kind of just I don't know. It was okay. I mean, I didn't see the point in it except for,
That drags it out.
What kind of program that still is, I guess, for now.
I'm just trying to figure out when that, how Rey Mysterio, 175 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know, why can't they get any titles? He weighs 175 pounds. The cruiser, he makes cruiserweights look huge. Like, and I'm not saying some of them aren't, they're in better shape than you and me will ever be in, but I mean, Ray, when you're 30 pounds under that limit, eat a sandwich or something. Damn, you're from San Diego. You got good Mexican food down there. Go eat some tacos and some burritos and some everything with O's at the end. Cheetos. I don't know.
Empanadas, they're pretty good too.
They are delicious, but like 100. Like all of a sudden they're going, like Justin weighs more than that, I think, right now. Like right now, I got almost 30 pounds on Renister. I mean, like, damn. I know I got like a solid 5-6 inches on him, but I mean, that's a tiny fella, so I don't know what they're gonna do with it, or what they're gonna do with Otis.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even really know that Gable had taken Otis under his wing because I really didn't pay attention to that at all. Because
I mean, it's only been going on for a couple months. Like, geez, like literally, it's been Mysterio and Otis for like months.
But that's the thing. Ever since we started teaming together, now I'm paying attention because we kind of have to.
Someone has to.
Like
I pay too much attention.
I'm gonna lie, before the whole WrestleMania episodes, if I saw something, came across an article, that's what I watched for either Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, and that was it. I didn't even watch the rest of the show. Yeah.
See, I was here giving it to the people. Yeah. Before even you, like I was already like less episodes, way less episodes than my other one. And I already had like views like out there, like what, there's a bunch of wrestling nerds out there. All right. Like, yeah. And apparently they're still listening, which means I'm doing something right. And then Justin got here, and now it's like turned into like a Godzilla, which I'm quite all right with. But I don't know what they're going to do with it. There's no payoff. There's no titles. There's no anything. We already saw, like, Otis smush Ray.
Attempting to try and tell a story, whatever story that may be. But speaking of good stories, still continuing with the whole Sammy and Kevin thing. I think they could really push a couple more matches out of that.
Yeah, they could drag that out for like.
Yeah,
that was good though.
Yeah,
I mean, that made me smile. I don't know why. Like, Sammy hurts my head, but in the best way. Like, he's doing his job.
Yeah,
and you just look at him and you're all, yeah, I can believe that. Like, thank God you're not that happy. Like, everyone loved you guy anymore. I mean, like,
he's better when.
He's like what? Like, he's like, you just look at it. Like when you look at me, people like, if I started running around spouting my mouth like that, people, yeah, I could see that. I mean, people probably think I do that already without me having to do anything. Just by looking at me, you look at him and you're all, yeah, I can see that. And then, well, I mean, he tried to run away forever. I don't know if they're going to drag it out longer or if that last stunner after that was just, I don't know, a way for, I don't know what they're going to, I'm sure every other match we've seen so far.
Yeah.
For WrestleMania Backlash is pretty much a rehash.
Yeah.
To include even Backlash from last year, we're seeing, which good thing you pulled that up the other day and mentioned that.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that main event? I got an idea. It was the same thing we're gonna watch again because they like this is just gonna be like December to December. Like it's gonna get like 12 pay-per-view buys. Thank God they don't have to deal with that anymore. Like I want to see the terrible numbers that are going to come from this because there is no reason to watch. And everyone's going to watch to see if they screw it up and put the belt back on Charlotte. Like that's the only reason anyone's going to watch.
Yeah.
Like no, they're not. But they can't. They can't be that stupid. They can't be that stupid.
Or they throw the belt on Charlotte and then Becky make her long-awaited return.
Like so, hey Rhea, what? Like you had your moment. Bye. Like to the back of the line. And go back there with the rest of the people. Go to catering. God. Go sit there and eat some lettuce or something. I don't know. If they even have catering now because of COVID. They're going to screw that up. The Sasha thing, though, I mean, like, and Bianca was good on the mic. I mean, Bianca was there on the mic. She did good.
Had a very good homey, family, fun, feel-good moment.
I got the feel-good. I got the chills from it. I'm like, yeah. They look real happy. Wonder why? Because they're actually real happy.
Kind of hoping the Profits would have won, but
kind of like I just like I don't like those. Like when the guy is sitting there clearly staring at dude when he's running into the corner, you could see Ziggler clear as day run up and smack him. Waltez was walking towards him. He didn't see the tag. Well, I mean, geez, he did it 5 feet in front of him. Like,
Yeah.
or the referee, it's like, oh, look, feet are on the ropes. Oh, no, he's just looking directly
I
at them.
happened to catch, speaking of the Dirty Dogs, with Ziggler with the extra ponytail in his hair. Yeah, caught that. That was kind of funny. Just a good little chuckle.
Yeah, I think he's had that there for a little bit. And now, well,
do something with it, like, whip it around or something, but
I was waiting
for it to be there, and for us that got it, that was kind of cool. But he didn't need to do anything with it, but just put it in his hair.
But when he started doing, like, he's been doing that for a little bit there. And then, well, she won, and it was again, I was like, oh, you got to do something at least now.
Yeah.
But after the hellacious that we heard against, Sasha, who I might add pulled the crybaby thing off so well.
Yeah.
I might add. So they're going to go at it again. But yeah, I thought the Profits were going to win. Like, I guess they're going to drag it out and wait for the pay-per-view or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I would.
Yeah, because, I mean, really, does Rude really need the title? I mean, actually, does he need the title? Yeah, because if he doesn't have it, he's probably getting fired.
Yeah.
And what else has he done? Nothing. Except for like drugs one time, apparently, and popped on the wellness thing. And well, not like he was going anywhere beforehand anyway, because they haven't used him. And like you look at him and you're all like, that's someone that Vince should love. Like he just has the look. Like, well, that's a superstar right there. And then, well, Vince doesn't like anyone unless their name is like, unless they're Roman or Seth, apparently, or Charlotte. Seems to love Charlotte. And hell, remember, they gave Asuka a title for 4 days just so Charlotte could get it and go into the Mania. Then what? You're going into it. Yeah, what? Champion. Everyone. Woo. Woo.
And you really don't have many tag teams on SmackDown at this point to really build.
I could believe Otis and, Gable. Because when I hear people say like Ready Willing, I still go, and Gable. Because, I still did like, him and Jason Jordan. I didn't like when he talked, because it sounded like he was talking directly out of his nose, but he's talented. And being Gable again is way better than Shorty G.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they dropped that. But I mean, who else do you really have? I mean, you have the Mysterios. That's really, maybe 4 tag teams.
That's the problem. Bring Teddy Long back. Let him get involved. He loved tag team now, and everything was a tag team match. We had like 75 tag teams on a roster of like 17 people, like 30 people on the roster. Everyone was in the tag team now. It was believable.
Yeah.
But they should give it to, Profits, though, they better get it, because no offense to Rude and Ziggler, they're way more entertaining and just
they
in the ring.
Just went to the wayside, and I thoroughly enjoy the Profits, but then you don't want to repeat something that's good so much where people get bored either. So I can kind of see why they pulled the Profits away for a little bit, but then brought them.
I think someone was hurt too or something. I don't know. But last year, it was one of those, you were leading us through all this stuff, and they pulled the top, and they let them just go and do everyone seemed to be getting time last year at some point.
Yeah.
Had a hellacious run, and then they were just gone. Like the Profits, like they lost the titles and they were gone.
Yeah.
Like they were woo. That's not a Ric Flair reference. That was a where the hell did you go reference. Like they took off. But I think, their match was like, the 4 of them in the ring together was, what did you expect? The Profits are great. Rude is great. Ziggler goes without saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's great talent. They keep putting on good matches. I just don't want to see them drag it on for forever.
Again, as always.
I just don't want to see them waste it. Because again, give it to the Profits. They can drag that on for a while till they find something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how the hell they have that much talent on the roster and they have nothing like tag team wise at all. It's just mind altering. But they can give it to them and then go back and forth until they figure something out. But if they have them lose again, then they're out of there. And again, what do you got? Like the Mysterios and like Otis and Gable. That's it.
Yeah. I would love to see the Mysterios get it just as a father and son
Yeah,
thing.
just for Ray to be able to do it, he's done everything else.
Yeah. I mean,
Why
yeah.
not? Why
Yeah.
not let him do it? Have and Dominic's good.
Yeah. I said he's, for them kind of throwing him into it. I mean, I'm
He
sure
got thrown. He he got thrown into it. Hey, what? You're having a match with who? Seth. Like, congratulations, your first match ever, 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 ever.
yeah.
Seth frickin' Rollins. Like, well, thanks.
But you gotta think about it though. I'm sure he's been training for a
Well, yeah,
long, long
but
time. It's
hey, and look at all the other people that train for a very long time. They don't get to go right into what SummerSlam, like giant spot with
yeah,
Seth Rollins and actually look good. I mean, it's not like he's actually ever looked bad.
yeah.
I still think he's a goofy looking SOB, and I can't believe that I'm that old when I remember little, like, bleach haired Dominic, Dominic, I'm your poppy, all that stuff back with Eddie back in the day. And then you look at him now,
Yeah.
I'm old.
Custody of Dominic match.
It's like you were what, like 8? Like, that means you're in the ring now. I have to be, yeah, like thanks. That was before the Marine Corps means that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago, back in the day. And then you look at him, and that's the only thing I see when I see Dominic. Like, that kid, he can do it. And
Yeah.
I'm really, 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 really old. Really old. Super old. Thanks, Dominic. At least he doesn't have bleached hair anymore.
Not to give this next piece any kind of credit, but the Baszler and Natty match. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah.
Dillagaff. If you
Agreed.
get it, you get it. But do I? Like, there's like the worst. Like, again, how the hell do you have this much talent on the roster? Like, so the Iconics got fired. You broke them up so they could do nothing. And now we literally are dealing with like Naomi, who's talented. Like, she actually, like, she's got talent, athleticism, all that. Yeah. Yeah. Lana together. Like, whew, shooting for the moon for that one. Natty and Tamina. I mean, Natty can go. We all know that. Tamina can go right to the right to the OR when she blows her knee out for a million times. Like, she's blown her knee out more than me, and she's done less. But and I mean, at least the Riot Squad. I mean, at least they're like a team. They've been around for forever. I don't know why they ever broke them up. And then she comes back, and she was in love with Lana, and
yeah, that was
that lasted 12. Yeah, how good that whole angle was. They did all that work to bring her back with that, and she was back in the Riot Squad. Like you put all those vignettes and did all that.
Yeah, like a
and
month
that
later.
Thing was so stupid. Boom, you're back with Ruby. Like, why? Because it was that bad. Like Vince said, screw it. What, you're going back together? But that's their talent.
Now, given was still recovering from an injury, so maybe that
I know,
was
but
maybe that like here, maybe this might work. But if all else fails, when Ruby comes back, there you go.
But like that's the they got rid of the Iconics. Like, your timing is impeccable, dude. Just want you to know that. Monchani's about to shake again. It's about to sound like a bomb's going off because he's going to take 17 circles around his bed before he lays down. And he's probably going to knock that light over at the same time. So suddenly I'm going to look like, remember the movie Powder? My skin's going to look like that suddenly because I'm going to have that light pointed at my face. Just fair heads up in case it happens. But yeah, like, how bad is the women's division? Like, they got rid of the Iconics. So you guys could give it, like, at least they were a team. I hated here, like, the sound of their like voices made me want to run in front of a train or something.
I liked Billy Kate's voice more than Peyton. At least Peyton had something going. It's like she can wrestle. Not knocking on Billy Kate, but just
she was the talent out of the two.
Yeah, she was
and like, you got rid of them, and Tamina and Natty are like, even better. Those are your only hopes. While your champions are Nia and Shayna.
Yeah.
Like, this is I'm like, hello, is this reality calling? Like, I would sure like to get woken up because this is bad. This is bad. There's nothing nice to say about it. It was
Yeah,
bad.
dumpster fire.
Like that is like we finally got like women's tag champions, and yeah, you do. And look at the division now. Look how long that momentum lasted.
I mean, for God's sake, they had to come up with NXT Women's Championship titles because they couldn't even get the regular tag titles right between the main rosters in NXT. And guess what? NXT seems to be doing okay with tag team women titles. Like, come on.
That's because the old man isn't involved down there.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know who? I mean, he might be signing the checks, but you know who's
Yeah.
got authority over that? He's not senile.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone thought he was senile when he started going after the boss's daughter. Like, this is career suicide if it ends badly. I know. And now I'm running NXT. Yeah. But like they have talent like just oozing out of them that they never use. And even if they sent some of them up to the main roster, they would then get wasted. And it would just be like, and who do they have down there that they could send up?
Or here's an idea. Why don't you send some women tag teams from the NXT roster, keep them as tag teams, and utilize and improve the women's tag team division?
Yeah, but the problem is, now that they gave the title to Raquel,
yeah.
I mean, they got Casey and Caden. Yeah, against Nia and Shayna. Yeah. Casey Catanzaro, who weighs as much as a beer can. Athletic as can be, like Leon Ruff, but
yeah,
who do they have down there now? Like that we could actually believe could go up there and like even like they got so much talent down there, but they backed themselves into a corner by like, screw it. What are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do with you? Screw it, you're a tag team.
Yeah.
Like and they're like that is the worst division. Like I think the women's tag division in the WWE is worse than the women's division in AEW.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to endorse that comment.
I'm not going talent, but I mean, like, you're sitting there going, like, but what do you do with it? Like I could go to a bar here in town and find like better women, like better women's action, like trying to kill each other than like on the WWE main roster. Like it's pathetic. I can't believe. I mean, that they have to still keep giving them airtime. No matter how bad it is, they're gonna have to keep doing it. Just like
not knocking on the women, just knocking on the situation and not the proper.
They backed themselves into it. They put themselves into a big old corner on this one.
Texas, let's just make that perfectly clear. It's not
the women. It's not the talent. It's not anything. It is how they set up that division, and they back themselves into a ginormous, huge, gigantic, whatever you want to call it, corner. Because at least when they had Charlotte and Asuka up there, like you could believe, like the two of them, like getting Nia and them, like what the hell are you gonna do now?
Yeah, or maybe
I can't believe Tamina's gonna beat anybody except me to the OR.
Or maybe things get better once Becky returns. Maybe things get better, and I'm going to say if Ronda Rousey returns, you've got those main draws that people do like.
Yeah, but
maybe improve it. I mean, but what else do you do until they come back or something happens?
But even if they come back, I have this really strange feeling they're not going anywhere near the women's tag titles at all. They're just going to fill up the main event even worse than it is, and the tag titles are still going to be about as worthless as a few people I know. It'd be great. I mean, think Ronda and Becky, the man, like pull off like that. Well, this respect. Look what we went through. Boom, put them as a tag team.
That's what I was about to say.
They could roll through everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone could work with it. They're all the same. Like everyone's like not like Nia's like I mean, sorry. No one's gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Ever. And Tamina's gonna kill somebody, probably her right knee.
Yeah.
Safe bet. She's gonna hurt herself when they keep they're not gonna give the titles to Natty and Tamina. Like if they didn't do it at Mania, they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
but this is still the best thing that they have to give us. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
It hurts my head. Kind of as bad as I said I wasn't going to mention it. I saw a meme. I love memes. I didn't love this meme. But I love memes. And there was like, it said, sometimes both members of a tag team are Genettis. And it was a picture of Eminem. Like I'm sorry. Whatever you want to say about Mercury, like his habits and all that stuff. I mean, y'all heard about the nice things that CM Punk did for his friend, make sure he didn't, like all that. But when the hell did Morrison become a Jannetty? Like, it's not his fault that this is how they're using him. The man's gone everywhere else in the world and done very, very, very well for himself compared to Marty Jannetty, who, well, that was about it. He went through that window and, well, they tried to do the Rockers over again and that didn't work. And that was about, I think he had a singles run for like a second as the Intercontinental title holder. That's all he was. He wasn't the champion. He was just a title holder. Like, let's see if this works. Nope. 2 weeks later, screw it. It didn't work. Like, not, sometimes both of them are Jannettis. When the hell did Morrison become a?
Well, I think maybe what the meme may have intended is the fact that Morrison hasn't been used right. That sense.
Yeah, so like Jannetty wasn't used right because But
I'm saying though, like, okay.
That's not a creative failure on Marty Jannetty's part. That was just a failure on Marty Jannetty's part.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason he got kicked in the face and thrown through a window.
But looking at Morrison's aspect, it wasn't Morrison's undoing, it's creative's undoing. So I mean,
but see, that's why it doesn't count. Like Jannetty, I'm sorry, he had like you see this pen, this one right here, it's a G207, best pen ever, by the way. This thing has more charisma and character than Marty Jannetty. No offense to Marty Jannetty, he could work, but and look, this is more useful than him. It can click and write. But more like it might be a creative thing, but when he gets out there and he does get to go and do his thing, Morrison's one of like the most talented people like on the planet. Like, look at all the crazy high flyers we have now. Let's go back to Morrison's first run. There was what? Morrison and Morrison. And we had Jeff doing stupid stuff all the time, and Evan Bourne before but like, look at all the guys and what they all do now. And remember all the stuff they used to talk about, how crazy he was in his early run when he was Johnny Nitro. He was Johnny everything at one point before he finally stuck with Morrison. But look at all the guys that do exactly what he used to be the only guy doing now.
True.
I'm sorry, I found that to be offensive. Like, well, you can call him a lot of things. I mean, like, a Jannetty? Like, damn. Like, I'm pretty sure Jannetty, Vince tried to bring back the Rockers, and I think he even tried to have Al Snow be the other half of them and dress someone. Might not have been Al Snow, but dress them up the same exact way, the same music, the same everything. In the 90s, like it was cool or something. That's how bad Jannetty was. You're like, well, we're not even going to try to redo it. We're just going to have you play the same character. Like, you can't hurt yourself then. Why? It's not going to go over your mind, Marty. Like Morrison, like he's hey, hey, ho, ho. He's got all the parkour. He's acted. He's won titles everywhere. He's actually talented. If they would just, even though what they're doing with him now is still better than the women's tag division.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's sad. Like, everything they've done with him the whole time he's been back for well over a year is still better than anything they've done with the women's tag division.
But again, with Morrison, where do you go? The only thing I see is him and Miz having a feud. I mean, Morrison doesn't need any title, really. He's one of those people that
deserves it, though.
He does deserve it. I'm not knocking that he does
for what he has put up with since he has come back. If one person deserves a title run, for the love of God, for everything he has done between sliming people, getting rolled over in a van, being, pretty much being the Mrs., See, I said it really quietly. I still said it, but if he does not get an anything, and Apollo with his jankety like dollar store accent, gets a title run on.
I seriously think he could do a program with Miz, finish that up, get drafted to SmackDown, and even if it's an Intercontinental title push,
like he deserves something.
Yeah,
like, give him something. I don't even think they won tag title since he's been like. What have they done? They got beat up by. Oh wait, no, they were in the. No, they had them. Yeah, they had them, and then they lost them at Mania, didn't they? Inside the Performance Center when they had like the triple threat ladder match, but they only had one member of each team because.
That's right.
Which was
Yep.
WrestleMania. Yep. Like what happened that year? I don't know. Morrison was in a match with one of the Usos, and
that's right. I remember.
Yeah, because they had one member of each team in a triple threat tag team title match, even though hello COVID.
Yeah, I totally forgot that dumb.
That was a bad idea from stupid creative, or a stupid idea from bad creative, or someone got COVID. I don't know, but that was just. Yeah. I wish I got that shirt. I need to find that shirt.
Oh, it's on shop. It's actually.
I know.
It was on sale. It was
clearance last time I saw it.
Or no, well, we missed it now. Last night was 25% off your final checkout and items. Still may be on there. I'm not sure how long it lasts, but it was on sale.
Like I was so sad when I bought all my last shirts. It's like, haha, but that one, like, nope, sorry. Like, why do you have the damn shirt in clearance for one? Like, what the hell? Like, it doesn't count. So I get to buy one, get one for $1, but you won't let me buy this one and get the shirt that's already in clearance for $1.
Tag fine print.
So you won't let me so that's a $30 shirt that I'm getting for $1. That's a $10 shirt. And I'm trying to get it for $1. Like I'm trying to actually make you a lot of money right now. But no, I didn't get it. As I digress, I was sad that they didn't do that. That was stupid. But all around though, at least it's like put a button on the night.
Yeah.
At least, they set up Rollins and Cesaro to keep going, which I think they'll still put on good matches. And again, Bianca looked good. She could talk better. She put out a better promo than most people have.
Great performer. Just an all around good, wholesome character, that can have the fans relate.
And then when it's time to flip, you will believe that she can flip it.
Oh, yeah.
And be just a super, better than all of you monster.
Yeah.
And we got to see Sasha just, huff and puff and walk away with her. I just got pulled out of the swamp in Gotham. Still a great show, but like with her, whatever the hell was going on with her head, I don't know. I said, yeah, go with that. They should be fired. But she looked like a baby. Bailey was, I want to see Bailey back. I like Bailey. She pulled off the heel thing so much better than.
Oh, yeah.
The hugger thing worked at NXT. There was not a snowflake's chance in hell that was working on the main roster at all.
No.
So her going heel is a great thing. But again, like we got to see the Profits and Ziggler, they'll do a thing. We got to see, the Cesaro and Rollins thing is going to carry on. Going to do something with Sammy and KO, which I'll watch them fight forever and ever. Like I go back and watch their takeover matches because those were just like spot on amazing. Like every time they're in the ring together, whether there's team or they're against each other as opponents, like it's amazing. Nope. Remember those days? I remember those days. God, I hated them, but they did it so well. And Roman still looked good and strong, even though he was slightly gingerly moving around, let's say. Yeah. If you didn't think so, go back and just watch the first 2 minutes. He didn't look too happy to be moving. I look happy to be moving right now. And my neck feels like it got hit with a bat. Or like I got ran over by a car. Guess what? I know what that feels like. And it was a truck. But that was a good, like, it wasn't as bad of a waste as I thought it was gonna. It didn't give you it was all predictable what was gonna happen, but it wasn't as bad as Raw or as NXT's debut on Tuesday. Like I thought that was completely flat.
Yeah, I have to say SmackDown won this week,
which is terrifying.
Yeah. Seriously.
When you look at this card, you're like, well, Roman talked, Jay tried to talk, Otis and Ray, KO and Sammy, Bianca talked. The Prophet Ziggler, like you, Natty against Shayna. Whew, watch out. Like when you
Yeah.
look at the card, like hell, I think SmackDown won against like night 2 of Mania, except for like the main event.
Yeah.
And the Fiend's entrance.
Still awesome.
I still
Still
thought it was like
still happened as quick. I can't believe it happened as quick as it did. I thought we were going to have like double play on that, but the way they just got to the point. That way they didn't have to worry about trying to do some kind of.
Yeah, you were going into it all worried. I'm sitting there watching it going, here we go. What are they going to do?
Done.
Damn. Like Vince, like the I'm sitting there with Vince. It's what that wasn't a Vince idea. Obviously, that was a Bray thing. But I mean, Justin gave us like a 15-minute. How are they gonna do it? Like we talked about. See, told you. Did you see how bright I just suddenly got? There it was. Still scared the bejesus out of me. But my wall is white. By the way, my wall is not that color. It's closer to that color, right there. But he's straight up out cold. Like he just rolled over and just God bless him. But it wasn't a giant waste. I mean, yeah. I thought it was gonna be worse. It wasn't. So I was happy. I need to start doing that. I'm not gonna watch anything live ever again.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna record it all because then there's this cool thing called fast forward.
Exactly. It's a blessing.
Even when I go back and I try to watch it, like I'll just watch the replay. No, what? Even if it's only an hour long, record it. Yeah. Why? Because you'll get to see everything. Nothing's cut out. And you can make it go away. Because even if you watch the replay, you can't go through the commercials and they make you still watch them anyway. Exactly. Which is a crime against humanity for how much money we give them a month. I should be able to fast forward through whatever I want to. Especially if it's a replay of it. But I mean, we just went on for forever and ever about all that. I thought, it was a good thing. There's stories.
Like 20 minutes and done, but hey, it's fun. I liked it. I think we did. I think we knocked it out of the park again, as always. But
hey, and I got to see a stunner, and I just got blinded temporarily. So I mean, like it was a good night. Like I can't move my neck, but we got to hear Buster shake. We got to hear Buster scratch. We got to see a light get flipped over, and I didn't do any of it. How about that?
Possibly my cat meowing because it was meowing at the top of the stairs. And
if it helps, I can hear everything through these. Didn't hear a single cat.
Oh, that's good.
I can hear every time you go like this. Like it picks it up, and I got nothing. So not as bad as mine because I'm just happy Daisy didn't go off like she did right before I hit the button and we started doing this, because if she did that, it would have ended terribly. But you can leave that at that. Tomorrow, I think we can. I mean, you want to get on, we can get on and talk about something to make up for our ineptness yesterday. I'm sure there's something we can talk about. Entrances, comebacks, feuds.
Yeah.
Pipe bomb. Where they cut the microphone off on the poor guy. Poor Phil.
And Raw preview. I've only seen 2 things so far. I'm not going to say anything until tomorrow. Hopefully we get something kind of more solid by tomorrow afternoon, which will probably be, or maybe WWE's already put something else up there. But so far, just a couple things. Or maybe we kind of just go over, hey, what do we think might happen, may not.
We could just run our mouth about whatever we want.
Or just, go down to the dumpsters and light it on fire and just record that. That might be more entertaining than this past week's Raw. But sorry, I hate to knock Raw. But
Pat McAfee was more entertaining than, because at least you looked at him going, like, what the hell is he standing up for? Like, and then you see the awkward moment where he's just like,
sometimes better than a dumpster fire.
Like, do I sit down? He's just like, what? Yeah. I know Vince is in your ear going, sit the down. Like, yeah, his, like, I could just imagine the chaos going on inside of that headset.
Yeah.
Like Vince has hurt Mick Foley's feelings on commentary. I could just imagine when Vince went back on camera and he was standing there. Yeah. I could just imagine the veins popping out. Like, That had to be some good right there. I wanted to be a fly on the wall there. Can I go fill in for Brian James now that he had like his heart attack? Poor road dog. I hope everything goes good with all that, but I want to take over his spot. I just wonder, hell, I don't even want his spot. Can I just be there to see Vince just completely losing his mind in Gorilla one time in my life? Like I saw the Marine Corps freak out, saw the ex-wife freak out, even seen you freak out, seen Chuck freak. I've seen everything freak out. I would love to be there just when something really dumb happens. Or can someone release a recording of King of the Ring? Was it 02? Whenever it was with Shane and Kurt? Like, I want someone to release there had to be a video of Vince completely, absolutely just, oh my God. Think about the things that got broken that night. I want that in my life. There we go. Make a wish. I'm not dying. I'm not a kid, but somebody listening to this, find that. Because I want to see what, like that. Whoo, I don't want to see him get that mad now because he'll probably fall over dead. He'll stroke out and do us all a favor. I'm just agreeing with Punk. But if he does die, then it'll be taken over by his doofus son-in-law and his idiotic daughter. And then his microphone will cut out. Which is why he got the bullhorn. God, that angle was so good. Why can't they write anything that good?
Oh, I know.
Like, you have enough disgruntled employees. Give them a microphone. Ready, go. Just don't cuss. You could say ass a lot because they're saying that a lot too.
We could also do a Raw Greatest Hits, and that would probably be number one.
We could, hell.
Yeah. Another.
You know what? That's it. Tomorrow, Raw preview, pipe bomb. We will go over the infamous pipe bomb from that night with Phil completely just what? Like, I want to know how the hell they got Vince to sign off on that in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go say the company that tell us how you really feel. The company will be a lot better when he dies. Like, and there's probably, again, Vince just sitting there with that, just, doing that thing with his ear that we picked on earlier. Pipe bomb. Like, that was the greatest thing. Like, those, like, can we do pipe bomb?
Okay. Come on. This tomorrow, man. Let's not lose focus.
No, I'm saying pipe bomb. And then like the next like three that he did with like Triple H in the ring, like just pipe bomb, the whole thing around the pipe bomb. We will talk about the pipe bomb, what led to the pipe bomb. And he did have some moments in the, like, I'm not trying to lose focus, I'm saying, but he did have some good ones when he was sitting there with Vince in the ring demanding his ice cream bars and all that other stuff that you're sitting there going, like, this can't be real.
Basically, rounding up the whole program as a whole.
Yeah, but the pipe bomb that was that program, which was anything like that was better than anything we've seen in the last
from that him leaving to coming back, Cena, championship. Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's some good. That was the last time I've even wanted to say that's some good, because that was legitimately some good. That was some good garbage right there. That was amazing. Like how he ever pulled that off, and then he was still pissed off and left anyway. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
God, he needs to come back, but he never will, because Vince is never going to die. Two things that'll never die: The Undertaker and Vincent Kennedy McMahon. We'll get into that tomorrow. I'm actually, I mean, look how miserable I was before we started. Look at me now. And that, I'm going to stay up on what? I got my second win. It just took me 16 hours to get there. Great. Perfect timing. 10 o'clock at night. Now I'm ready to like go run a marathon. Yeah. But I'm Ski.
And I'm Justin.
And we'll be doing this nonsense tomorrow. So pay attention, because it's going to be a good one. Peace.